What's up, guys? This is Mike from Examiner.com here at RTX 2014 with Meg Turney.
Hi. Hi.
How you doing?
Good, good. This is fun.
Yeah, so it's your first RTX, isn't it?
Yes, it's my very first RTX. I was born and raised in Austin, but I was in LA for the last few years, and so I finally got to do it. This is fantastic.
Awesome. So what did it look like kind of getting into the negotiations to come work at Rooster Teeth?
Well, so originally I was slated to work at Rooster Teeth over a year ago for season 2 of Immersion, and Bernie contacted me and kind of laid out the idea of Immersion, and I was super excited about it. I thought it sounded really, really fun. So I was totally on board, and then that was in March of last year, and then it got so delayed that in January of this year was when they decided to start, when they actually got to start shooting, and I was shooting here as a cosplay then, so I wasn't able to do it, which was so heartbreaking, but then when I moved on from SourceFed, I finally got a chance to bring it back around and do Rooster Teeth again.
Awesome. And so what part of Rooster Teeth would that be?
I work for The Know, which is their news channel.
Awesome. And so, in regards to The Know, how would you say that that kind of differentiates itself from all the other noise that's out there? So you have like the Watch Mojos, you have kind of other stuff like that. How would you say it kind of differentiates itself from that?
I think what The Know does, first of all, is brings professionalism, but also with a sense of kind of like self-deprecation in a way. We want to bring facts and make sure you're getting the story, but at the same time, we're not going to be rigid. We're not going to be, like too stiff. We're still going to relax, and we're going to cover things that we care about. So when you are listening to a story, you know that we actually give a shit, and we wanted to talk about this. Nobody is assigning stories at The Know. Everybody is just wants to cover what they're covering, and I think that passion is really unique.
So what are you yourself passionate about? Like, which topics do you just kind of jump on when you see them?
So many. Video games in general, just like games coming out, games getting delayed. I love to talk about video games. Just I've been playing them my whole life, and it's fun for me. I also love to talk about anything with Japanese names in them because it makes me feel like I have job security because I can say all the Japanese names and nobody else can. So they're always like, Meg, you do it. I'm like, wee. I'm not getting fired today. So anime, I'm really passionate about. I love to talk about anime, and a lot of people don't. They kind of like sweep it under the rug. And it's kind of like the one nerdy topic that people are like, yeah, it's still for the nerds. It's like, no, we're all nerds. Like, let's talk about it. So I love to cover stuff like that.
Nice. Well, how would you say that the fan response has been for you here at RTX 2014?
It's been beautiful. Honestly, it's super touching. I was so excited to get here and to see everyone and to meet everyone, and they've just been so kind. I just didn't really expect it. It's fantastic.
So, would you say that with The Know that it's going to open up a new chapter for Rooster Teeth in terms of its place in the entertainment industry?
I would say so. I think Rooster Teeth has been, to call them trailblazers would be an understatement. They have absolutely innovated the entire industry, and I think that The Know is headed in that direction as well. I mean, there is an established nerd news sector. We're not changing that, right. But I think that the way we do it is different than everyone else, and I think that that is what draws people in.
Awesome. So, moving on a little bit from that, so I see that you are dressed up here for RTX 2014, so why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're dressed as?
I am Lady Vav. So Rooster Teeth has two superheroes. They have X-Ray and Vav, and my boyfriend Gavin Free bet me that I wouldn't dress up as Lady Vav, and I delivered, basically.
I'd say he lost that one.
Thank you. I think we all won. So no. So Lady Vav is just, and actually it was kind of this thing that we thought we were gonna do, and then like a week ago we were like, oh shit, we should really do that. So we kind of like last minute costumes, but I think they came together pretty well.
Yeah, it looks great. And so on top of that, what would you say Lady Vav's powers are?
So Vav's power is that he can see in slow motion but can't do anything to change the environment. So I think Lady Vav's power would maybe be that she can see in slow motion and change that environment. She's a little more proactive than regular Vav, so I'm going to go with it.
Doesn't just wait for things to kind of happen naturally.
Exactly.
A bit more proactive.
Mm-hmm. You got it.
So, you obviously do quite a bit of cosplay yourself, so how did you get into that originally?
I've been cosplaying for 13 years, and a friend brought me to an anime convention here in Austin, yep. And everybody was in colorful costumes, and I was like, I gotta get in on this, like, this is awesome, yeah. So I never looked back.
Nice. And so do you have a personal favorite that you like cosplaying as, like even just one character that you're like, oh, that was so much fun?
That's hard because every time I do something, I'm like, oh, this is my favorite. This is my favorite. Probably Chun-Li because her costume's comfortable, first of all, and second of all, because my grandmother helped me make the dress, and when I was 15. So, and I still wear it. So it's something that kind of ties. She's the reason I can sew. So it kind of ties me back to her, which I love.
Oh, that's so cool. So, on top of that, also, you mentioned comfortable. How about your least favorite person that you've ever cosplayed as? What was the worst costume that you ever had to work on there?
My least favorite, probably Faye Valentine. I love her. Like, don't get me wrong. I loved cosplaying her, but nothing about her costume is flattering. It's like white. I mean, it's yellow. I was gonna say white hot pleather. It's yellow pleather that's super hot. And it's not a lot of it, but you get sweaty in all the wrong places. It's like these weird, like if you're going by the way that's actually created in the show, her suspenders come up through her top and go around her neck, which means you get camel toe the whole time you're wearing it. Bottom of her butt cheeks are always hanging out, which on some people looks great, but if you have cellulite, it's a nightmare. You can't wear pantyhose underneath it. It's Photoshop's best friend is what Faye Valentine really is.
Right.
But wearing it in public, I was like, nobody look at me.
Great. Well, thank you so much. So my last question that I have for you is, what do you yourself think of as your defining moment at Rooster Teeth? So you haven't been here for very long, obviously, but what's a moment maybe where you just knew that you were in the right place?
That one's tricky. I don't know. I probably, when I come into the live stream and everybody's drinking and playing video games, and I'm just like, yay! Like, right. Fun, exactly. We've done a lot of stuff. The Bare Naked Ladies video they showed at the convention, that was such an honor to shoot, and I don't know, like just so many jokes I'll make on the know where Ashley will laugh and I'll be like, somebody else gets it? Like, I'm like, so excited. So probably stuff like that.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. Again, this has been Mike Hughes and Meg Turney at RTX 2014, so keep it classy.